wake up in fear moments every day of my life, every day of my life.
The secret is like, the choice is tell them that they got their favorite food here. My wife's favorite food. What is my wife's favorite food? I know it's ice cream. Ice cream is my wife's favorite food. I'm wondering what her favorite food would be outside of ice cream. Like, I want to say it's boneless wings, but she would tell me I'm wrong. Kelly's still at church. Kelly's still at church. Am I going to kill a bowl of rice and tomatoes? I wish I had some rice and tomatoes. Rice and tomatoes, thin cut pork chop, fried right. Why don't I go to church with her? Dude, church is so boring. Like, here's the problem with going to church with Kelly. Is Kelly is like the Sunday school teacher for like the little kids. So like she has to go off and like do Sunday school, and I have to sit in adult Sunday school. And adult Sunday school is basically like watching Fox News. Like literally they talk about Trump for like 35 or 40 minutes without saying Trump, right? Because like you got to separate religion and politics. So they'll say things like the right candidate, just make sure we got to choose the right candidate that goes with our best wishes. And like that, and like this candidate's policies are helping us this way. And this is how it relates to the Bible. It's like, oh, like I was anti-cop before anti-cop was popular. I was anti-cop back in the day because I grew up in the poor neighborhoods. I came from Holt Gardens. I mean, Holt Gardens is still around now. I lived on Huck Street in Holt Gardens. And it was a project. Like my great grandma lived there. My mama lived there. We lived on the cul-de-sac. And I remember my mother trying to build her credit. She got a VCR that for like $150, and she took a loan out for it. Yeah, but cops fuck you up. They didn't care if me and my brother was white. I realized early on it wasn't a race thing. It was you're not kin to the judge thing, right? They could go down there and fuck with you all they wanted. Ain't nobody give a shit. It ain't black and white. It's rich and poor. Happy Sunday, Harley. But I'm not frowning. Here's me frowning. Dog, I didn't know what to do. Well, I can't say anything about the YouTube checks because like my mother instilled a work ethic in me early on. So like by the time I was 19, I was paying for this, right? Like I started paying for this house when I was 19. I paid it off when I was 32. But like I was a melter, and I'd work 12s and I'd go to school for 2 hours. So I'd had 14-hour days for like 3 years. I was actually going to be a metallurgical engineer. But I was a crane operator on the melt deck of a foundry. I was making $80,000 a year in 2005, 2006. I had new truck, had my own house. What work ethic? I don't know if you guys remember, but I used to be the workhorse of YouTube. I used to make 3 videos a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Like, how much was rent back then? I don't fucking know. My house was always $580 a month, plus $120 insurance. So like, what is that? $700. That's what I paid for the house every month for 15 years. Right. Even when Machinima was like where you got paid at, I kept my channel going unpaid. But even then, like I worked real jobs. I remember even when I first started working, my first job was at Movie Gallery, which is like a video rental store. I'd work Movie Gallery and I'd work Domino's Pizza Delivery. So, Jared Robbins, I worked there 3 years. 4 if you count the temp service. Do I still think YouTube is a harder job? Yes. YouTube is 100% a harder job than a foundry. Less miserable, but a harder overall job. You had three tiers of unemployment benefits you could get. And I made so much money, I was going to make the maximum amount of unemployment possible. Forms. How did the housing crash affect me? I got laid off from my job because of it. It also embarrassed me too, because the girls at the bank I went to school with, and all of a sudden I'm showing up with unemployment checks, and I was so embarrassed because I still paid my house payment by hand back then because we didn't have like direct pay and shit like that. I would save up 2 unemployment checks to kind of like show I didn't need the unemployment money to go and cash them at the same time to run down the street and pay my house payment. I know how to do some welding. Yes, I can stick weld. Prove it. I don't have the welding materials on my property. It's something I had to learn from ec class. Yeah, I still got friends from the job. I still got like one of my friends. He doesn't work there anymore. He actually is a service advisor for a Ford dealership near here. I have another guy that became a Ford Master Tech. I have one guy, Gary. He still works for the company. So you were embarrassed to be unemployed, but you still didn't look for a job. Honestly, I hadn't had time off in such a long time. I relished the idea of taking a couple months off. I have a Serta I Work Comfort series. It's a 24-hour chair that designed for 400 pounds. Designed for 400 pounds. Yo, this is all I could give you. I'm having money problems. I tell you, God, you ain't got to give me any money, man. Oh, if you got money issues, don't donate. Don't donate. Like, I noticed today when I got up, like Kelly had like gone through my phone. I'll be like, I wonder what she's looking for, because there ain't no hose in it. I'm looking old. Speaking of hose, I got one messaging me right now. You ain't see Tinder on my phone. Like on my phone, you see a bunch of like a bunch of apps. Like I got PayPal, I got My Chevrolet, I got the DJI app, Prime Video, Pizza Hut, Zaxby's, Starbucks, McAllister's, Deli, Dairy Queen, Jersey Mike's, shit like that. Like, and the issue is Kelly got a concussion, she got whiplash, she got spinal compression, and she has devalue on her car. So like all this together is something we're going to have to like fight in court with this fly by night insurance about. And like Kelly thinks we're going to get nothing. And I'm like, I'm going to get a lawyer before I get nothing. Right. Because they're going to at least pay me for my fucking diminished value. I'd love to be a car salesman, but the problem is I have a bad leg and I can't do all the walking car salesmen need to do. The Camaro, we have a wash. We generally keep a car wash package on the Camaro. We wash the Camaro every 4 days. We have a place here called like Scrubbies. You take the Camaro through, and then we go and we clean. We vacuum it out and we clean everything, and we do about every 4 days. Because the whole point of the Camaro is to be a nice, sleek car we go to the beach in. It's supposed to be the fun car. So like the Camaro's always looking good. Like my truck, not so much. My truck is dirty as fuck right now. Yeah, we DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart. We do this laundry service thing where like you wash people's clothes and take it back to them. We do anything that makes money. Honestly, anything that makes money. What was for breakfast? That was my breakfast. Breakfast of champions. Yeah, I picked up on that too, Killmaster. That's another reason I don't like. I'm not interested in going back. Like I hated when he acted like I was just like a fifth wheel that they had to give money to. I don't care what Hey Arby has to say or Avery or whatever the fuck his name is. Right now, I have two guns. I have a 1911 and I have a 6-hour P226. I think I'm going to end it right there. Looks like this stream's getting deleted.